1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
The following program is furnished by its producer, host, and sponsors.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Friday, January 21st, 2022. I am Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to the King of Afternoon Drive Radio. So are you ready, Clemaniacs? If so, then let's give it up for Clem in the PM.
Yes. Wow. Welcome back, Clemaniacs. Little Jimmy Buffett, Cheeseburger in Paradise, dedicated to the meatloaf in heaven. All right, I didn't want to bust out a meatloaf song. Everywhere you turn, there's meatloaf songs. So I did it a little different. Same meat category, just in an oval. Hamburger, similar to a meatloaf, rectangular, a little thicker. Hamburger, paradise, heaven, same thing, basically. You see how I tie it together? That is my tribute to not just a great singer, great actor, but a great man, Meatloaf. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that. Yes. All right. Listen, I have a change of plans today. I'm in the middle of a lot. My wife is in Dallas with one of my daughters. She gave me a list to do. I'm falling apart at the seams. Holy moly. I can't believe what my wife's got to go through. I thought I had it hard during the day. Wow. So I forgot my book and I dropped off one of my work vans earlier today to get tuned up. My book is in there, my workbook, my book of games. I got nothing. I got no games. I got nothing because I thought I was going to have my games. I just realized 20 minutes ago, where's my book? It's in my van. So, don't worry. I'm going to be able to pull off 2 hours of great radio like I always do. This is Friday. It's the weekend. I am going to give you radio therapy regardless. Monday, Tuesday, whenever we get back, I got a great game. I'll get my van back tomorrow. If anybody wants to do a special YouTube edition, you check me in tomorrow. Maybe I'll be there. Facebook is up and running. YouTube is up and running. Let's hope. Let's all pray. Let's do a Clem Baya. Clem Baya, my Clemaniacs, Clem Baya. Let's hope that this FIO solved whatever problems we were having. All right? I have faith. I have faith. I'll tell you, my experience with FiOS has been nothing short of excellent, and I do really highly recommend them. As long as the internet doesn't bug out, please. Tonight, don't forget, after this show, you have an hour, una hora, to get your stuff together. Make a sandwich, make dinner, make your drink, go to the bathroom, take a shower, shave, put on your best dress if you're going to be dancing to the doo-wop Dream Machine. Bryan Avenue Bob, Wilson Avenue Jeff, from 6 to 8, we'll take you down memory lane. And some of us, it's not even memory lane, it's just exposed to some great music. Who doesn't love doo-wop? I mean, that music is great. Bryan Avenue's Bob Stories. I mean, they take you to a place where you may or may not have been. Some funny, some sentimental, all good stuff on the doo-wop Dream Machine. And then tomorrow, catch Tough Times with Emmy Award-winning Lou Young. We have him here on WRCR, the world-renowned CLEM Radio Network, Hudson Valley's hometown radio station, AM 1700, WRCR.com on the internet, and then smart speakers. I mean, smart speakers everywhere. Just play WRCR. Tomorrow, Lou Young, 1 to 3, with our very own Kevin Thomas, who you just heard on The Good with Kevin Thomas. Another great show offered here on WRCR. So tomorrow, Lou Young. We just got a whole bunch of good stuff going on here on the world-renowned CLEM Radio Network. And the doc, once again, today there was some issues going on with the internet. The doc, I don't know if he had to climb the towers. It's like climbing, what's that thing in Paris called? That sick tower, the Eiffel Tower. I'm telling you, see Dr. Alex Madakovich with this belt harness, and he's scaling like Spider-Man 50 stories of tower. I don't know if he had to do that today, but something had to be done, and they got it back on running smoothly here in Clemville. And talk about Clemville. Although it's imaginary, like, you know, where is Clemville? It's where you want it to be. It's 3 to 5, obviously, every day. But the place, it's imaginary, but it's very real. Why? Because in Clemville, we spread love. All the love. All right? We're kind. We do things for people. Today was a good day. Let me tell you something. This guy, you know what? I'll talk about it after the break. We're up on break time already. Kevin, how are you feeling? A nice big tribute to Meatloaf.
Yeah, definitely happy to do it. Feeling good. Gotta also give a shout out to Louis Anderson, who passed away today. And,
yes, the great Louis Anderson.
A lot of entertainers. Yeah,
no doubt. Now,
a lot of entertainers leaving us.
Do you think there's some entertainers right now, like hiding under the covers or in the closet, have like a pickaxe, like watching out for the Grim Reaper? Because they say things happen in threes.
Yeah, well, they're probably getting the bubble wrap ready, I'd imagine.
Yeah, very sad.
Really
I mean,
crazy.
Louis Anderson, obviously great comedian. Meatloaf, I mean, one of the best ever. One of the best ever. That Bat Out of Hell album. What can you say? I mean, what can you say? One of the top 10 albums, sold millions and millions and millions of copies, and just a big loss. But you have me, Clemaniacs, all right? So don't you worry. We'll take a quick break, and we'll return to Clemville. Woo!
with local news, local traffic, and local weather. If you like local, you'll love AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law, and you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
We all want to live healthier lives and make good decisions. Join me, Carrie Potter, on the second Thursday of each month at 5 p.m. for House Calls, a health series brought to you by Good Samaritan Hospital. Each show will feature a different health topic and specialist. Your calls and questions are welcome. That's the second Thursday of the month at 5 p.m. for House Calls, brought to you by Good Samaritan Hospital. Advancing care here.
When winter storms hit, WRCR is your total information source.
Delays, postponements, and cancellations.
Frequently updated weather forecasts from our exclusive meteorologist, Mark Hannock.
Direct reports from road crews who are out there making it safe for you to travel.
They'll tell you which roads are passable or whether it's advisable to just stay put.
It's a total team effort, and we win every time.
So stay right here throughout the winter.
AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Your total winter weather information source.
Buying a home is one of the largest investments you'll ever make in a lifetime. Not sure how much money to put down, what budget to set for buying a home, how to pre-qualify for your mortgage. Join Ann Zeilengold every Thursday at 7:15 a.m. on Mortgage Matters, where Ann will answer your questions and give you tips about the mortgage process. Ann Zeilengold is Vice President of FM Home Loans and has over 27 years' experience specializing in residential mortgages. Don't miss the show every Thursday morning at 7:15 right here on WRCR AM 1700, radio unscripted, and WRCR.com. Visit Ann at her website, AnnZeilengold.com, or call 354-9700. That's 354-9700.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
Traffic not too bad for a Friday afternoon, except for some ongoing water main break repairs in Yonkers. We've been talking about this for the last week and a half or so. Northbound Thruway Exit 1, which is Hall Place, that exit ramp shut down for water main break repairs. Also, northbound Hutch is heavy from the New England Thruway in the Bronx up to the Cross County. Tappan Zee Bridge is good, but we are getting reports of a crash now in Rockland County on the New York State Thruway, northbound at exit 14A. Left and center lane shut right there at the Garden State Parkway connector as a result of a crash. There's also a collision in Spring Valley on Route 59 on the westbound side at South Pascack Road. And traffic is sponsored by Macy's. This week at Macy's, get an extra 20% off with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of great winter deals on coats and jackets for him and her, and bedding to keep you toasty warm. Now at Macy's, savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm Chris Majette.
Weather for tonight. Partly cloudy with a low around 1 degree. Wind chill values between -5 and -10 degrees. For Saturday, sunny with a high near 27. Wind chill values between -10 and 0. For Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 13. For Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 31. Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 28. And for Tuesday, a chance of snow before 1 p.m., then a chance of rain and snow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high near 39 degrees. That's the weather forecast for WRCR. I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 20 degrees.
Kevin, did you play the whole Bat Out of Hell album today?
No, I played various clips, various songs, Bat Out of Hell, Bat Out of Hell 2. yeah, it wasn't the whole album, though.
Gotcha. A lot of great songs from Meatloaf. Obviously, guy was in a ton of movies. I can't believe how many movies he was in. I thought it was like 15, 20. This guy was in like 40, 50, 60 movies. It was crazy.
Yeah, he Fight Club, I think, was one of them. Yeah, he was definitely in a lot of movies and TV shows.
Yeah, early training in cinema and drama and all that stuff really paid off for him. And what a great career. What a great career. I mean, you talk about longevity. I mean, 6 decades of the Meatloaf.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I mean, stage, screen, yeah.
Everything. A beloved character, no doubt a big loss worldwide, Meatloaf. And like you said, Louis Anderson as well. I mean, getting foreshadowed, obviously, by the death of Meatloaf. I mean, it could have happened tomorrow. He would have got more attention, but, still another big loss.
Yeah, the world's got a whole lot less funnier without Louis around.
Absolutely. So, I just want to share a story today, and I share it because I don't need anybody's acknowledgement or thank yous or anything. I need God to know that He can let me in the pearly gates, and I've done His mission. But today I was in Donut Fresh, one of my favorite places. Since I was little, 15 years old, I've been going there. Over 35 years, you believe that? 35 years, they have seen me grown, and I've seen them grown as well. It's crazy. But I don't want to get into how I fell off the wagon again with a hobo and coffee. That's for another time. The thing that really matters is there was a young man in his work attire. He had like a garbage suit on, garbage man suit, whatever garbage hauler, trash hauler suit on. It looked like he worked for the town or something. Fluorescent arm, things around it, one-piece suit. And he says to the lovely lady, how much is an egg and cheese? She hits $3.25 with the tax. I think it was like $3.46, whatever. And he's like, oh, all right. How much is a bacon, egg, and cheese? And she erases the $3.46, whatever came out to, boom, boom, hits $4.25 plus the tax and tells him it's like $4.76, whatever it came out to. He's like, all right, I'll go for the egg and cheese. And I said, my man, I'll get you the bacon. Don't worry. You want the bacon? It's a perfect day for bacon. He said, it's true. He goes, it's cold out, man. I want something to like really, dig into. And I said, yeah, no worries, man. I got you bacon. And she cooked it. And when they were making it, me and him were rapping, and it felt like we became friends, in such a short time because I have my sweatshirt on like I still do. Pete's Chimney and more, chimneys, gutters, roofing. It's what we do. And he said, what's your name? I said, Peter. He goes, like Pete's Chimney? I said, yes. I said, that's my truck right there, parked illegally in the fire lane. All right, but don't hold that against me. I didn't actually say that. I said, that's my truck right there. And he said, cool, you got your own business. And we started talking. And he said, I don't think I get paid enough and blah, blah, blah. I said, man, you know what? You're working now. A lot of people ain't working. And then we started talking about people not taking care of their responsibilities and, just work in general. On a cold day, we had like it seemed like we were friends forever. And we're just shooting the breeze, but we had just met, and it was over some bacon. I think it was like another $1. He was short $1. So $1 not just got this guy a bacon, egg, and cheese instead of an egg and cheese, because we all know that we want a bacon, egg, and cheese. I was a step above. I got the hobo. I said, you want the hobo? He said, nah, I just want the bacon. Thank you. But it felt like if he was, I just want to throw this up, whatever you call him, black, man of color, some people say brown, whatever you refer, he was that. He wasn't white. But again, we were like, it just felt right. In the world of so much hatred, and whether it's COVID, the mask. I was in Cablevision yesterday, and that was a great story, by the way. It was beautiful because, you know, when we said goodbye, it was really like two friends who were going to meet. Like, I was like, all right, man, yo, you have a great weekend, man. You too, man. You know, it was just really cool. It was a nice way it was a nice piece of the day. On the flip side, yesterday when I'm in Cablevision, happily dropping off all my boxes because so far this has turned out. The second this goes, I mean, I'm literally you're gonna want a video because I'm gonna lose all my mind and probably kill all the monitors. Like, honestly, but for right now, it's great. So I was happy to turn my box in. The thing is, I had like 9 boxes from my house, my kids' TVs, my mom's TVs, our TVs, no remotes. It took me forever. I don't want to say she was slow, but I said, did your mother have sex with a turtle? I don't know. I mean, she was slow, but it's okay. Listen, she got it done. We moved on. But my lovely lady, Dorothy, I believe that's her name. It's either Doris, Dorothy. What's her name? Dorothy? I used to see her when I'd go in and pay my bill back in the days of Clemente's martial arts. That was years ago. She was a lovely lady. I think it was Dorothy or Doris. She's like one of the head ladies there. So people were coming in, started getting busy, and obviously it was just 2 ladies. I was jamming up one lady because I had, 18 boxes, no remote. She had to figure it all out, business, personal. And is her name Doris? She was so nice to my mom and dad. Back in the day when they would go in, she would say, your parents came in, your mom came in, she's so nice, blah, blah, blah. But she's a lovely, so she tells people, you got to stand on the blue dot. Can you please stand on the blue dot? Sir, can you please put on a mask? We have masks here. This guy literally lost his... Yeah, I like that. No delay in the sound effect. Let me just run it by you again. He literally lost his... All right, that's better. I mean, I'm going to give for Fios. And he was mumbling under his breath. He pulled up his shirt like over his face. And she said, no, sir, that's not a mask. He said, but it's covering my face. She said, I understand, but the sign says you must put on a mask. And he said, but I'm covering my face. She said, I understand that, sir, but you can either put on a mask or you can pay your bill online. You can leave and pay your bill online. Why you want to give someone grief? Put your mask on. I mean, come on now. What is so hard about putting your mask on? I mean, there's obviously people out there listening who got problems putting your mask on. Put your mask on. Why you want to make someone's day, like irritate somebody? If I was behind that counter, I would have jumped over it, wrapped a mask, put you to sleep in the rear naked choke, taking you down, put you to sleep, put the freaking remote control in your mouth, and you would have woke up with your mask on and a remote control in your mouth. Maybe your pants down to your ankles. I don't know. Why you want to give someone grief doing their job? You got to, every day you go out there, you be kind. And again, I'm talking to myself. Sometimes I fail. Sometimes I fail. I do. I'm failing now. I'm failing on the diet, but it's okay. It's been a rough 2 days. Once I had that first sugar, it was like injecting heroin into me. I mean, it's crazy. It's like I thought I could cheat. I thought I could. I said, you know what? I'm going to have this one piece of kugla, whatever it's called, ravla, hugla, whatever I had at the Jewish place. And that was the downfall. But that's for another day. We're not going to talk about that. That's for another day. Don't be like the guy at Cablevision. I mean, he was probably upset too because Optimum stinks. So he's probably upset already. I mean, he probably was horrified. I mean, going there, discussing that crummy internet. But come on. I got this guy to bacon, and it made both of our days. It really did. I left there today driving away with a smile on my face. A genuine smile. Not a fake smile, you understand? Genuine smile on my face. Knowing that somebody was happy and that happiness reciprocated to my happiness. All over bacon. I tell you right now, I look at bacon differently. I came home, I opened up our refrigerator, I'm climbing through stuff today. When I got home at like lunchtime, I'm climbing through stuff. There's a pack of bacon. And I just got like a good feeling all over me. It reminded me of my brother that I never met before in my life. But like I said, the kindness went a long way. And I'm sure he left there today not only with a bacon, egg, and cheese in hand, better than an egg and cheese, most definitely, except for you meat eaters out there, but he left happy, saying he said there's good people out there. See what I'm saying? That's what we do in Clemville. Let this be a lesson. Today, this segment, the 320 segment, was a lesson that kindness goes a long way. And I mean, so does rudeness, so does anger. It goes a long way too. And again, I must listen to my own advice. Don't be the guy at Optimum. Don't be that guy at Optimum. All right, as we roll up close to the break, 420. I got my man Gerald Miles on the Zoom. He's going to be talking about his cigar line, No More Cigars. We're going to talk about how he got there, like how the passion became the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like he now has like a purpose every day. He had a purpose before, and he still does. His family, he's a lawyer. That's his purpose with that. But how did the cigar passion become his purpose every day? All right, we're going to take a quick break. But once again, I do want to share the impact that Meatloaf had on me. There was a time when there was stretches where I listened to like a lot of bands, Pink Floyd. I was hooked into The Wall, watching The Wall, doing some things. Honestly, I don't know how I made it through, but then there was that Led Zeppelin stretch. I mean, I actually had a stretch with Kansas and Boston simultaneously, listening to both of them. It was like a stretch for like 8 months, a year. And then I had that Meatloaf stretch. And that Meatloaf stretch was long. And it was awesome. I mean, every day, I don't want to get into the specifics of what we'd be doing before school, after school, in the parking lot, during school, but we were always listening to Meatloaf. I feel as if, it was such a big part, the music, the character, Meatloaf, the persona, Meatloaf. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, just, I feel like I need to have some Meatloaf tonight, honestly, like just as my way of I opened up the song Cheeseburger in Paradise because I felt it's a form of meat. And paradise, heaven, where's a better paradise than heaven, honestly? Where, truly. So, and I also want to continue the respect. So I think I may go to Orangeburg Diner and get a plate of meatloaf just because that's how I'm feeling. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we get back, I don't know. I got from this point on. I do have some. I have something here. Don't worry. I got something. We'll take a quick one. We'll be right back. And Wilbur's up to join us. Hello, Wilbur.
Traffic, weather, and music you remember on AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Dedicated to personalized service and affordable prices, New City Pharmacy and West Nyack Pharmacy are your family-owned one-stop partners in health. Free prescription delivery, on-site compounding for you and your pet's prescription needs, medical equipment for home health care, immunizations, and more. With top-notch service, competitive pricing, and a wide selection of general health care and household items. Keep it local. New City Pharmacy and West Nyack Pharmacy are here for you.
Direct from the UK, the Faba Show comes to the Paramount Hudson Valley Theatre on Friday, February 11th. The world's top ABBA tribute show, said the London Times. The Faba Show is the sensational, authentic, and truly magical tribute to ABBA. Tickets available at the theater box office or at ParamountHudsonValley.com. Again, the Faba Show is on Friday, February 11th at the Paramount Hudson Valley Theater. Tickets at ParamountHudsonValley.com. Don't miss this special night of ABBA.
If all the women in Texas were as ugly as your mama, the Lone Ranger gonna be alone for a long time.
Sammy said it best. Quote, the success of the Rat Pack was due to the camaraderie. The three guys who work together, kid each other, and love each other. The Rat Pack, Sammy Davis, Dean Martin, and old Blue Eyes himself, Frank Sinatra. That's what Stardust Memories is for. The camaraderie, the fun, the music, and most important, the love. The love of the music, the love of the era, the love of being alive. Stardust Memories with Dan Karcher, weekdays, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., right here on WRCR 1700 a.m.
We all thank you, but we had all the fun.
Are you an adoptive parent, foster parent, raising a relative's child? Are you struggling with your child? Are you feeling alone or isolated because your family, friends, and neighbors don't understand what you're going through? Raising children with loss and early childhood trauma can be difficult because these children require different parenting approaches than children who haven't experienced these struggles. You can find help at our Post-Adoption and Guardianship Assistance Program for Everyone, AGAPE. Contact us at the Adoptive and Foster Family Coalition of New York's free 24/7 helpline at 888-354-1342. That's 888-354-1342. We offer free parent trainings, support groups, educational outreach, advocacy, and more. Find us online at affcny.org. That's affcny.org. A source of support, information, and advocacy since 1975.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
Traffic not too bad for a Friday afternoon, except for some ongoing water main break repairs in Yonkers. We've been talking about this for the last week and a half or so. Northbound Thruway Exit 1, which is Hall Place, that exit ramp shut down for water main break repairs. Also, northbound Hutch is heavy from the New England Thruway in the Bronx up to the Cross County. Tappan Zee Bridge is good, but we are getting reports of a crash now in Rockland County on the New York State Thruway, northbound at exit 14A. Left and center lane shut right there at the Garden State Parkway connector as a result of a crash. There's also a collision in Spring Valley on Route 59 on the westbound side at South Pascack Road. And traffic is sponsored by Macy's. This week at Macy's, get an extra 20% off with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of great winter deals on coats and jackets for him and her, and bedding to keep you toasty warm. Now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm Chris Majette.
Weather for tonight. Partly cloudy with a low around 1 degree. Wind chill values between -5 and -10 degrees. For Saturday, sunny with a high near 27. Wind chill values between -10 and 0. For Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 13. For Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 31. Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 28. And for Tuesday, a chance of snow before 1 p.m., then a chance of rain and snow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high near 39 degrees. That's the weather forecast for WRCR. I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 20 degrees.
All righty, and like I said, Gerald Miles on at 4:20, talking Nomo Cigars. He's going to have a launch event locally here. We'll be talking about that. And I may even bring up, I don't know, I mean, back in first, second grade, maybe been as early as kindergarten. I've known Gerald for a long time. This pencil head is in my hand right there. Those of you on YouTube and Facebook, you see that. Need to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are in fact a true Clemaniac. So, this pencil, we were goofing around and a pencil broke inside my hand. I would blame half of my issues on this 1/4-inch piece of lead that's in my hand for 45, 40 years or so, whatever it's been. All right. Hello, Blair. How you doing? How you doing? How's the married life, Blair? Mark treating you good? Rubbing your feet every night like a good husband should? There I go again. I got to listen to my own advice. Well, actually, I do rub my wife's neck. I do. I give her. She got a lot of neck pain, shoulder pain. Keep telling her, don't sleep on your stomach. I'm telling you, that would solve the problem. She don't want to listen. She don't want to listen. She's in Dallas. I miss her. Last night, I slept with Ozzy. He always cuddles up with mommy. I mean, so I don't really get the benefits of his warmth because he's this tiny little dog. He cuddles up with you. It's all warm. Last night, guess who he was looking for? His daddy. We cuddled up. Ooh. But I miss my wife. I just like to cuddle up with her. I get up, sometimes in the middle of the night, I go do whatever I got to do. I come back and I cuddle up with her. She's always so warm. But I had the dog last night. She's in Dallas. It's ghost town right now. I mean, every Cowboy fan just walking around, still thinking of that play. Yeah, no seconds left. 14 seconds left. We're down by 6. Yeah, let's run it up the middle. Genius. Okay, who's the Albert Einstein of the team right there? So, I got my license. I think I was 16. I almost killed my friends on the first day. I had my Ford Thunderbird that my grandfather gave my mother, and then I inherited a nice velour seats, beautiful car, and we were all jammed up in it, and I was just driving like a maniac. And I mean, I must have been 16, 17, however old you were. You get your permit, your license. You can only drive till it gets dark. I'm not allowed to drive. You can only drive to work, whatever that stuff is. Then I got my license one day and I drove home. Almost killed my friends. We made it though, unscathed. But it was just a projection of what was to come. I was young, a maniac. And then I got my job with a Boar's Head guy driving the Boar's Head truck, which it's not like a big rig, but you've seen those Boar's Head trucks. They're pretty big. Now, when you're young, 16, 17, 18, young love, it affects you. Old love affects you. I mean, people kill their partner. It's nuts, love, what love can do. But that's for another day. That and my failure in dieting right now. So young love got me so screwed up in the head that I once left the Boar's Head factory after loading up at like 2:30, 3 in the morning. For the week. You go down, I loaded up for like 3 days. You go down there a couple of times a week. You load up 100 hams, 400 bolognas, some liverwurst, some spiced ham, all that good stuff. Boxes of turkey. So I was so screwed up in the head as a young man. I didn't know that I would move on and meet my wife and life would be great. I didn't know that, so I was all depressed, sad, and driving this rig. It was like 2:30, 3 in the morning over the LIE or the Triborough Bridge, whatever it was. It was one of these big highways going over a bridge. Some dude's pulling up next to me. He's like pointing. He's like, he's honking. And I'm looking down at him thinking maybe he's like a Boar's Head roadie. Like, his life is, ham. Ever since he's a kid, he loved Boar's Head ham. So he's like pointing to the truck. Yeah, Boar's Head. But he's not. He's like pointing back. I could see it. So I'm driving, and I look in the mirror, and I realize I told this story before, there's like 40 bolognas, hams, everything, every cold cut you can imagine, flying, bouncing on the Triborough Bridge. So I can't stop. I drive. I keep driving. I pull over. I close the door. I drive back to my boss. I tell him, listen, here's the deal. I lost about $4,000 worth of cold cuts on the ride home. Why? Because my head was up my gazoo. One time I'm back, same span, same 6-month, 8-month span. I'm backing up the truck in the warehouse in Spring Valley. Mike from Spring Valley. All hail Mike from Spring Valley. We hope you're all right, Mike. Haven't heard from you. Hope you're all right. So I'm backing up the truck, and what do? I drive through the garage door because my head was up my gazoo. My point is this. How are you going to let 18-year-olds drive these big rigs? Who's out of their mind? Insane. Who would even think for a second that's a good idea? Some 18-year-old, 1 out of every 5,000 18-year-olds is mature enough to drive a Ford Econoline van. There's no way. Let me tell you something. Most teenagers can't parallel park a Hyundai, and you want to throw them behind a rig. I know we're short about 80,000 drivers. Believe me, it's affecting my business too. I can't get some supplies. More so if it's affecting this deli that I can't get one of my favorite foods, all right? I mean, it's coming. But we can't, I don't know. This is a horrible idea, I think. And this is even, listen, let's just say they're good enough to drive. Find me an 18-year-old who not going to be on their phone. Should I say that correctly? Who's not going to be on their telephone? Wait. Blair, you would never have Mark rub your feet? What's wrong with that? Wait, I'm reading Blair's hey, baby, I love you. My wife checking in. Perfect timing. Blair's saying she would never rub Mark's feet, nor would she have him rub hers. What's wrong with that? You got pigeon feet? I mean, what's up with not rubbing your feet? I mean, are they like leather boots? I don't know. I broke my foot in numerous places on that slide accident. My wife rubs my foot. Not that I make her. She just does it. I don't know. You ain't rubbing Mark's feet? Mark, we got to have a talk about this. Every man needs a good foot rub. And his wife as well, right? I mean, listeners, don't you agree? Come on now. I don't understand. This is a newlywed. Who do I got winning the Super Bowl? Ken Dog checking in. Everybody knows Ken Dog. Part of the WRCR team. Who do I got winning the Super Bowl? Sadly, either Green Bay or the Chiefs. I mean, I hope it's someone else. But it's either Green Bay or the Chiefs. All right, if I was betting, I'd say Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers. I hate that guy. I don't hate him. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nothing. Maybe head cheese. I mean, head cheese, it's quite repulsive. I don't know. Like, do I hate it? Or is it just so repulsive? It's like, I mean, I don't know. But I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he's just a repulsive guy to me. Not because he's a good quarterback and he whips everybody, including the Cowboys. He owns like Dallas, half of Dallas Stadium. Go Pack, go. What are you saying? You a Packer fan? Ken Dog's a Packer fan. He jumped on the bandwagon. All right, listen. Before I lose my mind to everything, I want to circle back. I must circle back. Let me bring the rodeo back in here. Let me circle back around. This feet thing got me thinking, though. I can't get off the feet thing. Blair, you don't rub Mark's feet? I mean, the guy been on his feet all day fighting a fire. Got those big boots on. Probably half a size too small. But he's fighting a fire in that. You know what I'm saying? His feet be sweating, aching. Comes home and you're like, nah, I ain't rubbing your feet. So I'm just curious. Let's just say Mark said, you know what? I'm going out with one of my boys. I'm going to go get a foot rub. I'm telling you, my daughters, they're horrible. They're horrible, man. Honestly, I love them to death, but they're horrible. They only come to me for money. Now it's like I got to pay them to rub my feet. It's like I'll give you $20, you rub my feet for 10 minutes. And it's like they don't even do it no more. I mean, it's like they hold me ransom. It's like I got $40 I'm going to have to pay to rub my foot. My foot it's always hurting. My right foot, it's always pain in there. It's weird. I got some nerve issue. They couldn't, I went down to the hospital for special surgery. They told me all this stuff. What am I going to do? I mean, I'm just going to live with it. Good thing I got my wife. She rubbed my foot, man. Blair, what's up, Blair? You got to come over. Yes, Kevin.
We've got Gracie on the line.
Gracie chiming in. What's up, Gracie?
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm feeling good.
Good, thank God. I thought that was very nice, the story with that person. God bless you. I hope you tell the children about it.
They see my kindness. They see my kindness. Good. They see it with Arthur. They see, they see with a lot of things. So they know. Hopefully they know. They can't be that stupid. Well, they are half of me, so they might be.
No, of course not. Listen, I want to ask you a couple of things. Number one, did Emilio have the COVID, or did Steve's grandson have the COVID?
Steve's grandson.
Okay, I wasn't sure because sometimes, you listen, but I walk around doing things. Okay. I'll have to call Elizabeth and see how he is. That's number one. Number two, on your property, I was there like recently to pick up my wonderful prizes, and I have to tell you, those socks that were in the Hanukkah pins, I'm wearing them. They're so cozy.
I knitted them myself.
I could tell. They're beautiful. We each won one, so I confiscated all three of them. So what I do is I've been wearing them, wear, wash, wear, you know what I mean? So it's been just wonderful. So my little Tootsies are so nice and warm. Now, speaking of Tootsies, this person, does the husband want her to massage his feet? Maybe he doesn't.
No, maybe he doesn't. But I just find it's like, she's saying she wouldn't do it anyway.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's scared. Maybe he's scared to ask, knowing that she's already said, I wouldn't. I'm not going to rub your feet.
That's too bad. Because I would rub Ron's feet. That's
Of course. Young love.
Now, young love, that goes out the window. Old love is more important, that you go through the hard times together, like rubbing somebody's feet. Now, the last thing, your property. The last time I was, I came to the house and picked up the prizes. But before then was a long time. Did you always have water going through the back? I don't remember. Water.
Well, it's not constantly running. It runs when there's rain or when there's snow melting, and that's beautiful. I love it. I wish it was continually a running stream, but it dries out, and it'll only have water running on heavy rainfalls or, like I said, when the snow is melting.
Okay, because like when I went to, a couple of weeks ago, I saw the water. Like I'm coming over the bridge, I remember water being to the left. But I don't remember the water being to the right. Because I thought you had the tent there and the popcorn machine and the other machine. But it was still like a gully, but maybe it was dry. I don't remember. And I prided myself on my memory.
Interesting.
So it was always there.
Yes.
Hey, Gracie, you were just asking about Steve's grandson. Well, we've got Steve on the line right now.
Oh!
Hi, Gracie.
I'll hang up.
No, you don't have to. Oh. I have that effect on people, don't I, Pete?
No, you don't. How are you, Steve?
I'm fed. I never felt better in my life. Oh, ask my sister. That's a sign of COVID. Everything she hears, that's a sign of COVID. Hey, did we lose Pete?
No, I'm here. I'm listening to you.
Luke is saying he's feeling great. It was a very short-term thing.
Thank God. I was going to call Liz. I guess when the weather gets a little better, we'll get together again. It was so nice seeing our radio friends. And, Trish is just beautiful, Steve. Really, God bless.
Yeah, talk about blessed persons. I'm one of them.
You most certainly are. You most certainly are. The way your life is beautiful, man. No doubt.
Listen, I'll hang because it's 4 o'clock. God bless everybody.
Bye, Gracie. Have a great weekend.
I'm listening, and Luke is good, and everything's fine.
God bless, Steve. Feel better. I'll see you Thursday.
You got it, Pete. Take
All
care.
the love, buddy. Yep. All right. The great Steve Purcell, the great Gracie, two of the icons of RCR. Obviously, Steve, the host, and Gracie, one of the favorite callers that people love to hear from. She always got her checklist. One, and on the seventh thing, number 18, this one. All right, 4 o'clock. It's already here. It's crazy. We have an hour left. At 4:20, we got Gerald Miles talking about No Mo Cigars. Woo, God, the weekend is here. I cannot wait. My wife's away. She gave me a list. I'm almost there. It's Friday. I just got to make it till Monday. All right, pray for me. Okay, I think I can do it. Quick break. We'll be right back.
AM 1700 WRCR, Haverstraw.
When winter storms hit, WRCR is your total information source.
Delays, postponements, and cancellations.
Frequently updated weather forecasts from our exclusive meteorologist, Mark Hannock.
Direct reports from road crews who are out there making it safe for you to travel.
They'll tell you which roads are passable or whether it's advisable to just stay put.
It's a total team effort, and we win every time.
So stay right here throughout the winter.
AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Your total winter weather information source.
You remember the days when you could turn on your radio and hear songs like this? Well, they're back. Hi, everybody. This is Bryant Avenue Bob Trevero, and I'll be hosting the Do-Up Dream Machine Show this Friday and every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WRCR 1700 AM and streaming live on WRCR.com. I'll play songs like this that you know and love and introduce you to songs you've never heard, but once you do, you'll get to know and love them as well. I'll take your telephone calls, dedications, and song requests. You say it, and I'll play it. I'll be brought to you by Rick's Club American in Congers, New York. So join me this Friday and every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. for the Do-Up Dream Machine Show right here on WRCR.
Hello, Hudson Valley. It's Friday, January 21st, 2022. I'm Jeff Lewis with your WRCR News. Thousands of dollars are available for local organizations that distributed food in the area and that have been impacted by the pandemic. Rockland County Executive Ed Day says the Food Security Grant Program offers groups between $5,000 and $25,000 to help cover expenses those groups incurred while helping feed local residents.
We're looking at food pantries, food banks, community-based organizations, faith-based organizations, and nonprofit organizations.
The grants will cover things like cleaning supplies, food distribution space, pantry rentals, vehicle rentals, and more. For additional information, we have a link to the application in this news article on our website. The annual Pearl River Ancient Order of Hibernian St. Patrick's Day Parade is expected to take place this year after being sidelined 2 straight years due to the pandemic. That's according to Orangetown Supervisor Teresa Kenny, who says she'll be there no matter what.
As of now, they are planning on having it, and I've said it, and I will keep saying it. I'm walking down Central Avenue, parade, no parade. I am walking down with my Irish apparel on. so there will be a parade, even if it's a parade of one.
The Rockland County Ancient Order of Hibernians says this year's parade is scheduled for Sunday, March 20th, featuring Grand Marshal Frank McDonough, Parade Commander Deirdre Smith-Withers, and aide to the Grand Marshal Lillian Murphy. The defeat of the voting rights bill in the Senate Wednesday night has an area representative vowing to continue that fight. Rockland Congressman Mondaire Jones took to the House floor after the vote on the Freedom to Vote John R. Lewis Act, and he said the fight will continue.
As Sherilyn Eiffel, the Director Counsel of the NAACP's Legal Defense Fund, said recently, no story in the history of our quest for racial justice has ever ended with the words, and then they gave up. To quote from the book of Jeremiah, like a fire shut up in my bones, I know that goodness will prevail.
Key to passing a voting rights bill, Congressman Jones said, would be to have Democrats pick up more Senate seats this fall and make the filibuster an impossibility. With the nation's supply chain still stuck in first gear, a new program would give people as young as 18 the chance to drive big rigs across state lines to deliver things like toilet paper, chicken nuggets, or every other everyday items that seem to be disappearing from store shelves week after week. A reported shortage of qualified drivers has moved the government to set up an apprenticeship program for young new truckers. But WRCR market analyst Ken Mahoney of Mahoney Asset Management in Chestnut Ridge says it could be dangerous for the drivers and others on the road.
Maybe they can carry lumber, let's say, and stay away from something, let's say, oil or fuel, or, maybe there's a way of kind of, dealing with, some things that are lower risk.
The head of the American Trucking Association last October said the industry was short about 80,000 drivers. A funeral service was held yesterday for a North Rockland restaurateur known for his charitable works in the area, who died last week following a battle with cancer. Jerry Accomando was the owner of Babe's Bar and Grill and was well known for his work with the Nam Knights and Stony Point SEALs organizations. Haverstraw Supervisor Howard Phillips grew up with Jerry and says he will be missed.
And he did a lot behind the scenes that he didn't want people to know about.
But he and his wife, Joanne, what a team effort. Always, all of them out there doing things, whether it was for volunteer fire departments or whether it was for people in need in our community.
Stony Point Supervisor Jim Monahan says Jerry's contributions to the Stony Point SEALs organization will not go unrecognized next month at their annual event.
He was a vital part of the Stony Point SEALs. He expanded it. The SEALs has been doing a polar plunge. I think this is maybe their 22nd year. I know it's over 20 years. And Jerry got involved with his restaurant. They always raise money for children who's either sick or needs medical expenses here in the community.
The family has requested that donations be made to the Stony Point SEALs or the Hudson Valley chapter of the Nam Knights of America. Jerry was 65 years old. I'm Jeff Lewis with your WRCR News. The weather's up next. Stardust Memory starts around 10:30, The Good at 2, and Clem in the PM at 3. And then tonight at 6 o'clock, it's the Doo-Wop Dream Machine featuring Bryant Avenue, Bob Trevero. For more news and breaking stories, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And check out our website, WRCR.com.
Now let's take a look at the road with Hudson Valley traffic.
Well, good afternoon. We've got a Friday afternoon commute, and looks like things are off to a bad start in Rockland County. An accident on the Palisades Parkway northbound by exit 11. Got delays back from exit 9 by the Thruway, about a 10-minute delay. A 25-minute delay here with leftover volume northbound on the New York State Thruway. Stop and goes from exit 11 up to 14A. For the Garden State Parkway connector, there was an accident here, but travel lanes now open. And in Spring Valley, a crash, 59 westbound by South Pascack Road. And into Ulster County and Lloyd, there's an accident, 9W southbound by Chapel Hill Road. This report is sponsored by Macy's. This week at Macy's, get an extra 20% off with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of the great winter deals on coats and jackets for him and her. And bedding to keep you toasty warm. Now at Macy's, savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Grimeyer.
Weather for tonight. Partly cloudy with a low around 1 degree. Wind chill values between -5 and -10 degrees. For Saturday, sunny with a high near 27. Wind chill values between -10 and 0. For Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 13. For Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 31. Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 28. And for Tuesday, a chance of snow before 1 p.m., then a chance of rain and snow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high near 39 degrees. That's the weather forecast for WRCR. I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 19. The following program is furnished by its producer, host, and sponsors.
Welcome back, Clemaniacs. This is Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to the second hour of Clem in the PM. Here's your host, Pete Clemente.
The mute almost got me there. I'm on my toes, though. It's a new day. We got the FiOS. This is normally time where hits the fan. I mean, I'm you don't even understand. I got my toes crossed. I got like every toe crossed, my fingers crossed. I was praying during the break. Let's hope from here on in it's a smooth ride. If so, I love Fios. Absolutely. All right, so it's February. It's already February. It's crazy. It's January 21st. Special day for some of you out there. It's your birthday. Yesterday, we missed the show. We had Fios here. Dave was here working like a madman doing his thing. Kevin was stayed after. We tested. It was all good. And now we're back. But yesterday, obviously, we were not here. I want to first give a big shout out, a very belated birthday to my sister-in-law, Kim. We made amends. 4 years we weren't talking to each other. I mean, I almost cultivated like one of those voodoo dolls, trying to stick her every day and whatnot, because the hatred was there. It was just ill-advised. We made amends. She's the better person than me. I thank her so much. Our families are so happy. So I really want to wish her a very, very happy birthday. She looks fantastic for however old she may be. All right, so that's the belated birthday. Few birthdays I want to throw out there today, and then I'll get to yours and the famous ones in a second. My man Igor. I love Igor. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's Croatian. It's something I don't even want to try. But he's such a great supporter of ours with all our soccer endeavors. His son Milos, I love Milos. He's got to focus in. I'm always on top of Milos, but he's a great kid, and his father's a great father. He really takes pride in being a father and taking his son out on the field, always practicing with him, and I respect that. You know, someone who tries to be a good dad. And he's a big supporter of our soccer program, so I want to give a big shout out. I know he's a Clemaniac. He tunes in a lot. Hopefully, Igor, you're tuning in now. Wishing you a very happy birthday. All right, I went to school with one of my friends, Sue. Sue, I know you're not listening. Hopefully you'll be tuned in because you know Gerald, Sue. So hopefully some of those Ramapo Griffins will be tuning in. Sue will be one of them to Gerald's interview at 4:20. Sue, I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday as well. You most certainly don't look 51. All right, you look like as good as you did in high school. All right, so very happy birthday to you. All right, talk about happy birthdays. I wish whoever's birthday it may be. Remember, if it's your birthday here in Clemville, there's a $25 gift card waiting for you from Pete's Chimney and More. Those are donated from Pete's Chimney and More. Chimneys, gutters, roofing, it's what we do. You call in, you say it's my birthday. You got to call into the show. I don't want to get an email that it's your birthday. Don't text me that was your birthday. I'm going to wish you a happy birthday, and that's it. Life moves on. You missed the gift card. You must call in. I made one exception. We didn't have the show. Louie, Marge called in a day earlier. I'll grant that exception, but you got to call into the show. I got to know it's your birthday. You send me your photo ID, a picture of it, and, you smooth sailing. All right, so don't forget to get your $25 gift card. If it's your birthday, first and foremost, health. Let's hope today you are celebrating with a healthy mind and a healthy body, a healthy spirit as well. Oh, my God. Yesterday, I didn't notice. Kathy, the YouTube queen, the queen of Clem and the PM YouTube. Kathy, it was her birthday yesterday. Her daughter just letting me know on Facebook. Kathy, call in. Just say it was your birthday. Belated call, or I'll make the exception. We love Kathy. She's on the face again, supporting a true Clemaniac, supporting. She's on the YouTube. We got 5 minutes to the interview. All right, so famous birthdays. Let's talk about famous birthdays here. If it's your birthday, you share your birthday with. I'm not doing the YouTubes. I'm not doing all that nonsense social media. Although that girl made $17.5 million in high school, more than most CEOs. I just want you to know that. All right, here we go. I mean, am I supposed to raise my kid YouTube star? Should I try to get him to make videos? What is this? Or do I send him to college? Here we go. Famous birthdays. I'm still looking down the line. I mean, the most famous thing I got so far right now is this guy, Grigory Rasputin. He was a religious leader. Does that name ring a bell? Looks like he was the Charles Manson of Czechoslovakia, the way he looks. I mean, I don't know. Here we go. Gina Davis, she's a great actress. I love Gina Davis. I'm not a big movie guy, but I know Christian Dior. He passed away 50 years ago. Happy birthday to him. His leg. Oh my God, one half of the Twin Towers, Akeem Olajuwon. I loved him. He played for Houston, and he played for Houston again in college and in the NBA. Him and Ralph Sampson were a devastating duo. Absolutely. Wow, I love Akeem Olajuwon. He was, one of the best centers I've ever seen play. Especially his defense. He was absolutely a shutdown defender. Billy Ocean. I love Billy Ocean. Oh, my. I should be playing some Billy Ocean. I'm going to play Billy Ocean tonight when I'm eating some meatloaf. I'm going to, big shout out to Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen, Lover Boy, all those songs. Oh, my God. Those take me back to the 80s. At least 72 years old. Looks great, too. Let's move on to Jam Master Jay. Very sad. Jam Master Jay got gunned down. Very sad. Do we know who killed him? Do we know who killed him? Has it ever become public knowledge who has killed Jam Master Jay? Run DMC, what can you say? One of the most influential groups, not just in hip-hop, I believe in music. All right, what national day is it? I'll tell you right now. There's a couple of good ones, all right? Here we go. What national day is it? I know someone sent me some. Michelle sent me some today. I like it. Michelle, obviously, the better half of the Coquito King combo, him and Aaron. It's National Hugging Day, all right? I love hugging. I love hugging my wife. It feels good. If hugging my wife, I go hug a tree, all right? But I love hugging. It's just I love hugging my dog. My big dog, he jumps up on my shoulders. I give him a big hug. Hugging feels so good. Squirrel Appreciation Day. I got mixed feelings about the squirrel. I told you, to me, it's like one of the dumbest animals. It crosses the road and then it comes back and gets killed. Like, what's the deal? I don't understand about a squirrel, but I appreciate the squirrel when it makes it to one side and stays there. It's National Granola Bar Day. I went to, what's that place called? The fitness place on 59. I bought chips. I bought cookies. I bought some chocolate brownies, all this good healthy food, and it's just sitting there while I'm failing on my diet. But I also got this granola bar. When I was there, it was insane. It was so good. It was just something berry with all this nuts. It was one of the best things I've eaten lately. Absolutely. Granola bar day. I love granola bar. All right. It's National... I can't even pronounce that word, so forget that. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with our man, Gerald Miles. You cigar listeners, make sure you tune in. You guys know a cigar listener out there? Tell them to tune in right now to the CLEM and the PM. We'll be right back.
We got Kathy on the line.
Clem? Yep. It was my birthday yesterday. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Lot of love. Thank you. All right. Lots of love. All the love.
Hudson Valley News, informative programs, and your favorite music. We're Radio Unscripted, AM 1700, WRCR, and WRCR.com.
How about some talk radio that isn't toxic?
Yeah.
This is Lou Young with Kevin Thomas, and we'll be launching a new show called Tough Times, where our comfortable tribal labels will not be allowed.
That's right.
Yeah, we're focusing on the permanent and profound changes taking place around us in our society and our environment.
I'm good with
we'll
this.
talk, but you
I
won't
gotta
be
start
allowed
the
to say
virtual
certain
camera.
words like Democrat.
Can't say it.
Republican.
Nope.
You gotta
Conservative.
increase.
Forget about it.
Liberal. Call in. See if you can express yourself without using
It's
the
the
labels
power
that
of the
have come
green
to divide
screen,
us.
brother.
Tough Times with Lou Young, Saturdays
That's
1 to 3
awesome.
p.m. on
Unless you want to do it from the beach.
1700.
No, I
Join
like
us.
the other spot.
I can take a cigar. I wish I had a no-mo cigar right now.
Welcome to WRCR 1700 on your AM dial. I am Sonia Burgos Cranage, an attorney with the law firm of Sickle and Hicks, located in Suffern, New York. I will be your host on the third Thursday of the month at 9:30 in the morning. And it will be Senior Moments with Sonia. Yes, the third Thursday, Senior Moments with Sonia. Our firm is reaching out to the senior community in Rockland County because many of the senior groups cannot interact in person with speakers. Protect yourself and protect your assets through legal documents. And I hope you join us on the third Thursday of Senior Moments with Sonia.
Hello, this is John Wicks. Days are getting longer and spring will soon be here. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean your plants don't need help. Unlike us, they can't hide from the weather. At Wicks Arborists, we work year-round and are trained to look for potential problems such as dead or dangerous trees to ensure that your family is safe during winter storms. Call us at 845-354-3400 or visit us on the web at wicksarborist.com. Set up treatment programs now for your trees, shrubs, lawn, or to help control deer ticks, mosquitoes, or poison ivy. We can also help manage those pesky deer that eat your valuable plants. Contact us now before the busy spring season begins. Like us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or visit us at wicksarborist.com. Call now, 845-354-3400. Wicks Arborist, where your property is.
Now let's take a look at the roads and Hudson Valley traffic.
Well, good afternoon. We've got a Friday afternoon commute, and looks like things are off to a bad start in Rockland County. An accident on the Palisades Parkway northbound by exit 11. Got delays back from exit 9 by the Thruway, about a 10-minute delay. A 25-minute delay here with leftover volume northbound on the New York State Thruway. Traffic goes from exit 11 up to 14A. For the Gardner State Parkway connector, there was an accident here, but travel lanes now open. And in Spring Valley, a crash, 59 westbound by South Pascack Road. And into Ulster County and Lloyd, there's an accident, 9W southbound by Chapel Hill Road. This report is sponsored by Macy's. This week at Macy's, get an extra 20% off with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of the great winter deals on coats and jackets for him and her. And bedding to keep you toasty warm. Now at Macy's, savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. Action. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Vermeyer.
Don't worry.
Weather for tonight. Partly cloudy with a low around 1 degree. Wind chill values between -5 and -10 degrees. For Saturday, sunny with a high near 27. Wind chill values between -10 and 0. For Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 13. For Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 31. Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 28. And for Tuesday, a chance of snow before 1 p.m., then a chance of rain and snow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high near 39 degrees. That's the weather forecast for WRCR. I'm
Pete, how
Kevin
long will we be on?
Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information
10,
is
15,
always
20
available
minutes, maybe
on the
tops.
WRCR
I would say
website.
about 15
Day or
minutes.
night,
We
when
got a
you
lot
want the weather,
in a short
check our
time.
website at
You'll see.
WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 19.
Alrighty, we are back here in Clemville on your hometown radio station, WRCR, the world-renowned Clem Radio Network, AM 1700 on your dial, WRCR.com, on computers, internet, everywhere, all those devices, and of course, smart speakers. Just tell it to play WRCR. Now, this is a first. I really should be doing the breaking news, Clem Cronkite, but I don't want to leave my studio. Inside the Clemansion, I have the Clem studio here, and this is the first time we are broadcasting. I have availed the studio to you Clemaniacs out there in YouTube and Facebook world, because my longtime friend, who I've known since we were little lads, who were both older family men, somewhat responsible, taking care of kids and, saving for the future, all that good stuff. I felt it was no one more worthy to unleash the studio, which, by the way, all kidding aside, is more of Dave's work. I mean, is this guy a genius or what? All I did was paint green on the wall. I mean, that was my contribution, and this is what the green screen does. And I don't know how long it took him to do this, but, I mean, you got a beautiful chair, you got a library, and now all I'm missing is a nice cigar. I mean, really, if I had a nice cigar in my hand, you know, with a little cognac, it would just top it all off. All right, let's welcome to Clemville, Clemaniacs. Let's give a big hand, a big shout out to my good friend, Gerald Miles. How are you today, buddy?
Oh, great, Pete. Thanks for having me. It's too bad we're not really right next to each other because I got a cigar for you, buddy.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to talk about...
It's the perfect place to have one where you are right now.
No doubt. We're going to talk about cigars and appetizers and all that stuff in a little bit, but I want to lead up to how you got to this point. Obviously, you're an educated man. You've always been an educated man. You've been a focused individual. We've had great talks over the years. You're an attorney by profession, but your passion has always been cigars. I've seen on Facebook, as far back as I can remember, you're always posting with a cigar. You know, I've come over to your house to do a chimney. You got a cigar. You're talking cigars. What led from the love of cigars to this point, being the owner of Nomo Cigars?
I tell you, Pete, it's been a phenomenal ride. We just had a ball. You know, as an attorney, you know, I've been practicing law in New York and Connecticut for over 24 years. And, you know, one of the things that attorneys need is a little bit of a respite at times, a little bit of an escape.
We all do.
That escape came in a cigar. And it's been years that I've enjoyed a good cigar at the end of the day, a good cigar while I'm on vacation. And a friend of mine who's also an attorney in Rockland County, Corey Turner, he and I became very good friends over the last few years. And we took a few vacations together, and over some bourbon and and a few cigars, we decided that, you know what, let's create a brand. Let's create something that is specific to what we want, that caters to our flavor in particular. And then we started from there, and it has been one heck of a ride. It has been, but even in the hard times at this point, it's always been a pleasure because I'm doing something that I love. My practice of law, still very active, very successful as an attorney, but I'm really enjoying this cigar world that I'm in.
Yeah, when you do something that you're passionate about, you don't really feel like you're working. You're just going in and you're doing your thing. You know, you're trying to see it through at all costs. You know, I mean, you have such a love for it. So, tell me. The cigar to you is obviously like music to someone else, like whether playing it or listening to it. It might, for me, it's a fire. I like to sit in front of a fire, and it's therapeutic. It's relaxing. What do you tell people who are concerned, you know, about the obviously smoking? We all know it's not good for you, but some people are concerned about the health benefits. I mean, is cigar smoking really that bad for you, or
Look, Pete, I'm gonna, you know, we can all read the information that's out there with respect to the differences between smoking a cigarette and smoking a cigar. How you might be able to avoid certain impacts if you do a cigar versus certain things you can't avoid if you're smoking a cigarette. You know, cigars are everything about a cigar is natural. You know, there's no chemicals that's created to put into a cigar. It's leaf. It's tobacco leaf. You know, in most instances, people are very clear when you smoke a cigar that you don't inhale, you don't bring the cigar into your lungs. Now, look, is it possible? Of course, if you're out in your place and it's not well ventilated, can you inhale? Yeah, you can. But also individuals who smoke cigars don't typically smoke, you know, 5 or 6 a day.
It's just like it's their go-to thing. It's their go-to thing, and obviously, like alcohol, there's some side effects with alcohol. But my point being is, I'm reading your thing, and with the all-natural stuff that you have, the cigar, it's with vaping and all these chemicals added. To me, it seems like if you're gonna smoke something, the cigar is like the go-to thing. I mean, it doesn't have like menthol. The cigarettes that have all this junk added to it, and definitely the vaping now with all the chemicals added to them. The cigar to me seems like the intelligent choice for someone who's, and I don't deprave anybody who wanting to smoke. I'm a smoker myself. I smoke my thing, but it seems to me like it's the more logical, sensible, and even safer alternative to anything else that's out there.
Well, I feel that way strongly. I smoke generally about a cigar a day. That's more recent. There has been a little bit of an uptick in terms of my cigars because of COVID. COVID impacted a lot of people. Being in a situation where you can't be out and about, that thing that might be a pastime becomes a little bit more prevalent in your daily approach. But even a day, I don't. When I smoke my cigar after I come home from work, I have my place well ventilated, and the cigar, every aspect of this cigar, every aspect of it is natural. There's no chemicals put in these animals. They're just pure tobacco, different types of tobacco, and I'm comfortable with it. Everybody has to make a decision, of course, in life and what they want to do and not do in terms of what they put in their body. But I think that this is definitely one of the better choices if you're going to have something that you enjoy.
Well, everybody's got advice. I had a customer 2 weeks ago. I went into his house, cleaned the chimney. He had this humidor, like a little box with like it was all controlled and everything. He said his cigars were in there, and he started talking to me about he's a big money guy. He's on Wall Street, big money, and it's very stressful. And he said on the ride home, what he's looking forward to is the drink in one hand and the cigar in the other, and sitting in front of the fire. That to him, he said, takes all the day's stresses away. So, you balance life. I mean, obviously, some people go eat Whoppers, some people, speed, whatever it is. I mean, you find your thrill, you find your joy, and a lot of people out there find their joys in cigars. So we're talking with Gerald Miles, part owner of Nomos Cigars. How did you come up with the formula for the cigar? I mean, there's so many different options out there as far as leaves, filler, binder, whatever it is. How did you guys come to this formulation and agreement that this is going to be the representation of the Nomos brand, this right here?
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up, and I want to explain that to you. But before I want to just say to you, you just said something that was really important. If you look at, I don't know if your viewers can see this. This is actually my box, right?
Yep.
This is the Nomos box, and this is the label.
Beautiful.
And yep. I don't know if you can see on there, across around the top, it says Nomos, N-O-M-O-S. And here we have what looks like scales of justice, and it has cigars on either end of the beam. If you can see, there's smoke coming up, and there's cigars, and the balance of the beam, it's balanced. And when you talk about equilibrium, that's what we want, and that's what a cigar brings to the end of the day, balance. And you hit it right on the nail. And what you just
that's why I'm wearing the crown, Gerald. That's why I'm wearing this crown. All right. So,
and I just wanted to point that out because that's what went into conceptually in our product when we decided to create the cigar. By the way, the name Nomos actually is a Greek deity of law. He's a minor deity of law, and of course, being my partner being an attorney, we came up with that name. So that's the name. But in terms of, let's talk about the cigar itself and how we came about getting the blend. As I had indicated previously, Pete, I have been a cigar enthusiast for quite some time. I became a cigar enthusiast 20 some odd years ago. I was working for a very large firm as a legal assistant prior to law school, and finished this really big, very complicated, structured finance transaction. And as a legal assistant, I was involved in a large aspect of the deal. And at the end, everybody else, I wasn't an attorney at the time. I was like a paralegal legal assistant. Everybody went out to eat after this big celebration. And one attorney came back and he said, "Look, you did a wonderful job." And he gave me a cigar. I didn't know what to do with it. But it just so happened I was going to California that weekend to see my brother who had his first son, my nephew, first son. and I was thrilled. And I found the cigar in California on Sunset Boulevard, having the cigar just hit the moment. You know, it was just perfect. So that was like my origin of cigars. So like I've been doing it for a while. So, you know, over the course of years, Pete, I kind of have a taste. I have a good taste of what I like. My palate is very, it's defined. I know what I like in a cigar. I don't like just one cigar. There are different areas that I go into in terms of my flavors. But, you know, when I wanted to create my first cigar, one of the things that I absolutely love in a flavor of a cigar, it's called Cameroon. Cameroon is a specific type of wrapper, like, and it comes from, we have specifically, the leaf is grown in Africa. It's an African Cameroon. So I knew that when I went out starting to look for a manufacturer or a master blender, I knew that whatever cigar I was going to have created initially for my inaugural cigar had to have a nice Cameroon flavor. The Cameroon just kind of gives it such a clean, finished, you know, some people love Cameroon and some people don't. It's, you know, everyone has their flavors.
Like anything else.
Cameroon. So I wanted to make sure that that was in there. And what you do in this business is you go out, all my cigars are hand rolled in the Dominican Republic, in the town of Santiago. And within Santiago, there's one of the mecca of the cigar world is Tamboril, which is where they have tons and like acres and acres of tobacco leaves, tobacco plantations. And that's where some of the largest tobacco manufacturers and cigar manufacturers in the world are located in Tamboril. So my partner and I, we went out there and we hit it. We went from place to place, letting them know what we wanted to get out of the cigar, that we wanted Cameroon, that we wanted a very clean smoking cigar. You know, some people have smoked cigars and you wake up in the morning and you taste and your breath tastes like you've been licking an ashtray.
You got me nervous there, man. You got me nervous.
I just wanted to make sure, Pete, that was not what we were getting. Like I wanted whatever cigar, it had to be clean. So we went to various manufacturers, various master blenders. These guys they're artists. They were able to, some of them were able to hit it right on the nail for us. And then there might be certain inconsistencies. So if they couldn't make a cigar that had the flavor and the consistency, then we had to move on.
What about you and your partner? Were there any, I don't want to say conflicts, but were there any, like, hey, he likes this flavor, or was he, like, were you guys in cohesiveness from the first point that you said, hey, I want this wrapper and I want to put this stuff inside, and he was like, yeah, let's go for it? Or did he come with something else to the table and it took time to, like, you know, get to that common ground?
No, we were pretty much in lockstep. Now, with respect to me and my partner, I am definitely more the cigar aficionado. He started smoking cigars. I introduced them to him years ago. So, you know, I actually introduced it to him as a mentor. You know, I let him start out with something a little, you know, something a little milder, so he got used to it. And as his taste matured, he started to take on what he wanted, what he liked. He started to realize what he really liked. But in terms of knowing what we wanted for the inaugural cigar, I led the way, but he was right there with me in terms of he didn't have any ideas of going in a different direction. Because again, this is our inaugural cigar. We plan on doing several iterations in the future.
Again, talking to Gerald Miles, longtime friend of mine, way back, and now the owner of Nomo Cigar. I have one of my Clemaniacs on the Facebook page. Her son Mark, I know he's interested in the Nomo cigar. All the time on Facebook, I see him posting. He's got the cigar in hand, and just that look on the face, that enjoyment. You know, it's just like you know, it's just that moment. Like, you know, you just like when you have a good. To me, it's like that nice beer or that good mixed drink. Yeah. You know, you just take it and it takes you away from everything. I mean, we know how the world can be so tough on all of us, no matter if you're a successful lawyer or if you're a struggling actor. You know, it's tough for all of us. And like at the end of the day, you want to just unwind, kick your feet up and unwind, and a nice cigar in hand. So you guys are now at the point of putting this cigar on the market? I mean, it's new to the cigar market. There's obviously a very competitive market. So you're doing these events now to get people familiar with the cigar. Let's talk about the one that you have coming up locally at a great place, Hearth and Tap, which I think it's the perfect setting. The ambiance is like it's like the studio here. It's the perfect place to have a cigar in hand.
You're absolutely right, Pete. We have been actually having these launch events throughout the country, and we are selling cigars at various stores throughout the United States. We're trying to get these launches everywhere. But Corey being my partner, it's just the two of us. So we want to make sure that when people meet and are introduced to this brand, the Nomos cigar brand, that they are meeting us. They're seeing what kind of quality we put in. And they also hopefully get a sense of the quality individuals that are behind the cigar. So we're having these events, and these events are wonderful events. I tell you, we're having one February 10th, as you just mentioned, at the Hearth and Tap in Montvale, New Jersey. They're located at 125 Kinderkamak Road in Montvale, New Jersey, and it's going to be from 6 to 10 on February 10th. And what we do is Corey and I set up a nice event for everyone. We'll be there. We'll be in our uniform. We will have.
What do you mean uniform? You dress up? Wait. What do you mean uniform? You dress up like a cigar?
No, we dress up with our cigar emblems and a nice shirt, so it's very professional.
Nice.
We look like we represent the company. People come in, we share a cigar with you. We also have free appetizers for everyone. And we have some giveaways that we do. And it's just a great opportunity to have a couple of drinks, get to know us, get to know the cigar. You can buy cigars at that event, or you get the information, which I'll give now to your viewers, how to order online, because we have a beautiful website that we've set up and worked really hard to create something that is, again, representative of the brand that we have out there. So we think our website is great. And that's at nomoscigars.com, www.nomoscigars.com. You can look through the site. There's some interesting things in there about us. And of course, bottom line, you can order there. So that'll be available. People will have that information made available to them at the event, the launch event. Again, great food, great company, great drink, great cigars, all of the above. It'll be a great time.
Talk about great. I mean, it's a great gift. I was on your site the whole interview. I've been scrolling through your site, just reading through everything. And for the cigar enthusiast out there, the cigar lover, this packaging is beautiful. You got a row of these cigars in this beautiful box. I mean, this really makes a nice, classy gift to the cigar lover out there. nomoscigars.com. Gerald, I got to tell you, I'm proud of you, man. And not only that you're a successful lawyer, you're a wonderful guy. Everybody loves Gerald Miles, has a lot of great things to say about him. But I love the fact that you're passionate about something, and so much enough that you go out and it's not easy to open a business. People don't understand. They think that it just happens, You've done legwork. Like for me, it was ice cream. You visit ice cream stores, ice cream distributors, manufacturers. You taste ice cream somewhere. You put together a menu, a concept, a vision. You open up the doors. A business slowly becomes a brand. And I tell you, I'm really enjoying watching you, the posts you make, and seeing you keep that ball rolling forward. And hopefully, someday soon, we see some big name. Have you gotten a cigar into like big name actors, actresses' hands? People who are influencers out there who can get us over the hump.
Pete, as you know, oftentimes you have to choose conceptually where you want to go with your brand, right? And that is, being an attorney, and by the way, Corey Turner, he was an entertainment attorney for many years and actually knows quite a few people in the field. I've worked with some really big names and over the years, and individuals that I could call and say, look, you're going to be doing X, Y, and Z. Can you have a Nomos in hand? That may come in time. But right now, that's not really the focus. I really want to get it into everybody's hand and I truly believe, Pete, that this is a phenomenal cigar. So when you smoke it, whether or not some big name athlete smokes it, you're going to love it and you're going to want it, brother. And in time, we'll worry about having certain individuals carry them. But, you get the hand, sometimes you're concerned, you get it in one hand and the next week that person has a problem, and then, this person's repping your cigar and there's an issue. So I'm not going to create a problem for myself, and neither is Corey. So
beautiful. Take it nice and easy. Nice and easy. Just like when you smoke that cigar, nice and easy. Gerald, I want to thank you for taking time out to come onto our show. The event is open to everybody. Do they have to pre-register, or can you just show up at the door?
Just show up. We're not doing any RSVPs. Just come on in, and we'll welcome you. It's a bar. It's a restaurant. We will have there is a VIP section where the event will be going out, but everyone will be involved. Will be allowed to be in that section. So it's open to everyone to come and have a cigar. Remember, Nomo Cigars. And please, before you come in, take a look at the site and see if it's something that interests you, and you'll get a sample of it when you get to the event.
Gerald Miles, Nomo Cigars, I want to thank you again for coming into Clemville, especially into my studio here. I wish you all the best and all the love, my brother. Happy, healthy New Year to you.
Thanks a lot. My love to you as well, Pete. It's been a long time, buddy. We've known
no doubt.
Little kids on the bus, bud.
No doubt, Gerald. All the love to you, buddy, man. I'll see you at the event, February 10th.
Awesome. Thanks a lot,
you got it, man. Absolutely. My pleasure. All right, that's my boy, Gerald Miles. I mean, we've known each other forever. All right, let me just shut this all down. I got to pat myself on the back. I mean, let me stop the virtual camera. All right, I made it through. Wait, why do I have this box still here? Maybe I didn't make it through. All right. Oh, you know why? Let me figure this out. Let me go back to the studio. There we go. I'm back. Let me figure this out. Back to the studio. I got that off. All right, quick break. We went past the break time, but it's all good. My boy Gerald, I love that guy. We've been buddies forever. He's such a good guy. Take a quick one. We'll be right back.
If it concerns the Hudson Valley, it concerns us. AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
This is Lou Young with a new type of radio reality for the new year. Every week we'll spend 2 enlightening hours together learning to recognize the profound and permanent changes taking place all around us. Look, the planet is in full revolt and we need a plan. Climates change, species disappear, viruses rampage, and we're told our primary value is to consume and ignore. This is a wake-up call to action. The signs are everywhere and the solution is between our ears and in our hearts. Tough Times with Lou Young, Saturdays on WRCR, 1 to 3 p.m. Join us. I dare you.
Are you concerned about water quality for recreation activities like fishing, boating, and swimming? Or about water quality and availability for drinking and landscape use? Is flooding a bigger issue and concern? Then tune in the second Thursday of every month for the Stormwater Consortium radio show at 9:30 a.m. on WRCR with your host, Michael Wilson. The show is sponsored by the Stormwater Consortium of Rockland County and Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rockland County. Discuss these issues and many others that relate to stormwater, runoff, and water quality.
This is Clarkstown Supervisor George Homan. Please join me for my monthly show, Hometown Happenings, which airs the first Thursday of each month from 9:30 to 10 a.m. We will take your calls. We'll have special guests and update you about what's going on around town and in the county. So please join me, Supervisor George Homan, the first Thursday of each month from 9:30 to 10 a.m. for Hometown Happenings. You'll be happy that you did.
Now let's take a look at the roads and Hudson Valley traffic.
Getting through Rockland County, still a bit slow on the northbound New York State Thruway. with slowdowns from exit 11 to 13. The crash north of that by the Garden State Parkway connector was cleared. An accident was cleared in Spring Valley on 59 westbound before South Pascack Road. Things are still a bit slow here. East on 44, trying to get out to the Mid-Hudson Bridge. You've got delays about 20 minutes worth. The stalled vehicle in Westchester. This is in Yonkers on the Bronx Road Parkway northbound by Yonkers Avenue. Stop and go on the Hutch northbound from North Avenue to North Street. This report is sponsored by Macy's. This week at Macy's, get an extra 20% off with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of great winter deals on coats and jackets for him and her. And bedding to keep you toasty warm. Now at Macy's, savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Grimeyer.
Weather for tonight. Partly cloudy with a low around 1 degree. Wind chill values between -5 and -10 degrees. For Saturday, sunny with a high near 27. Wind chill values between -10 and 0. For Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 13. For Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 31. Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 28. And for Tuesday, a chance of snow before 1 p.m., then a chance of rain and snow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high near 39 degrees. That's the weather forecast for WRCR. I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And it's currently 18 degrees.
My first experience with a cigar was when I worked at Horseshoe Acres. Me and Bubba Sue, Billy Thiers, grew up in a trailer park. We got a job with Lefty Acevedo, God rest his soul. We used to go to Pennsylvania, take the flatbed trailer and pick up, it must have been 100 bales of hay, 200 bales of hay. We'd have to, decapitate chickens and pigs and all this stuff. And we worked with this dude who, he had a hole in his neck. He used to talk with this microphone. Pick the hay up. He would drink, I swear, a 40-ounce of beer in 10 seconds. He would stick the 40-ounce beer in his hole, in his neck, and he would just slug this beer. And then he would take his cigar, and he would put it in the hole, hold his nose and his mouth, and suck the smoke through the hole, and he'd blow it out of his nose. It was insane. And I was 12 years old, 13 years old, watching this guy do this. That was my first introduction to the cigar. I never smoked it back then. I've had a few hits of a cigar over the years. More of a blunt guy, but listen, cigars, if you're going to smoke a cigar, it's got to be the Nomos cigar. I know Gerald for a long time. He's a great guy. Sometimes people do business for money, but it's business is more than money. It's about relationships. I stole that line from that guy who runs that commercial. What's his name? He runs it on the Peak. Business is more than relationships. It's more than money. It's relationships. But it's true. And Gerald is passionate about the quality. I was talking about Boar's Head before. You could serve a sandwich with Boar's Head cold cuts, or you go to Subway and you get the slime cold cuts. I can't even believe my daughter eats that garbage. It's same thing with cigars. You want a quality cigar? I'm sure they're reasonably priced. Looking at the website, they seem within reason. I don't know much about cigar pricing or cigars, but I do know a lot about Gerald. Good guy, passionate about cigars, and the Nomo cigar is going to be something worth your while. Mark out there, Mark, if you're listening, Gina, obviously, I'm sure you told Mark about this event. February 10th, Hearth and Tap. I'll be there. If nothing else, for the free appetizers. I might take it. I'm going to get a few cigars to give away on the show. That's what I'll do. I should have asked Gerald. I'm sure he would have obliged. But I'll scam a couple from the event, and I'll give them away on the show for you cigar lovers. I know we got cigar enthusiasts out there in Clemville. Listen, everybody's got the vice, whether it's a cigar, a cigarette, a joint, a beer, a package of ring dings. People, they run to the vice all the time. It's just what we do. It's like our escape. It helps us escape the reality of life. So the Nomo cigar, that was a great interview, and again, I'm very proud of Gerald. I didn't even bring up the pencil in my hand thing. Basically, he signed his Gerald Miles forever in my left hand. His pencil tip has been here forever. I'll never forget Gerald, not just because of this pencil tip, but like I said, we go way back. Me, him, Junebug, Darryl Avant. Dave's been in the studio the whole time. He's like a ninja trying to fix this wire. We're running out of inches with this wire. It's the strangest thing. He's trying to crimp this wire for 20 minutes now, and it's like eating away the wire. So in 1 hour, the Doo-Wop Dream Machine will be landing, and you will be enthralled with 2 hours of great music, stories, laughter, phone calls. All hosted by Bryan Avenue Bob, his sidekick, Wilson Avenue Jeff. That's right. Jeff wears many hats here at the station. Not only is he one half of the morning show, the Jeff and Will morning show. I think of that ZZ Top, the music they play. And he's behind the scenes doing a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of things behind the scenes. And then he comes back Friday night, and he assists the great Bryan Avenue Bob in giving you a great show. And that's coming up in an hour. Don't forget tomorrow, Emmy Award winning. I can't say his name without saying Emmy Award winning, because guess what? That's an accomplishment. That means that you're good at something. And Lou Young is good. And tomorrow you will get his best, along with his sidekick, somewhat of his Robin, Kevin Thomas. That's right. You've heard that name before. That's the same Kevin Thomas that not only hosts The Good, but does the board during our show here. And he'll be there tomorrow from 1 to 3 with Emmy Award-winning Lou Young. And what else can I say that I haven't said about Dan the Jazzman? This guy, you're talking about jazz and a cigar. Is that a combination? Maybe we should have Dan at the event. Gerald, you still listen? Maybe we should have Dan playing some jazz, spinning some jazz there, playing jazz music. Dan is passionate about jazz. Obviously, he's got the love of the music, the love of the times, the love of the musicians, the love of the era. And it comes across on his show daily. Today I was like, once again, you just never know what to expect. It's not like he's just dropping tunes. There's stories. There's interaction with it's just a great show. It really is much more than I thought it would be. And that's every day, 10 to 2 here on WRCR. And obviously, I told you the good, Kevin Thomas, 2 to 3. All good stuff, keeping a smile on your face. All right, so I forgot my book. I'm picking up my white van Monday. When I get my van Monday, my book will be in there. And Monday, probably, we shall play. I want to thank, again, Dave for everything he does. He's sitting here. I mean, I'm hoping one day soon something clicks, because, this is all up and running. We didn't even have any disturbances. FiOS, maybe that was the solution. My toes are stuck. I was crossing them for so long. They got stuck in the cross position. I was hoping that it would go solid, and it did. So that's a good thing. And I guess I'm pretty much out of things to say here. What else do I got? Franny. I can't forget Franny. Franny, I know you're recovering, and you don't have to call, Franny. Just relax. Relax your voice, and let me do the talking for you. We miss you. We hope you're better. We hope you're back as the regular Franny who's always calling in. Hi, Clem. It's Franny. All right, I miss you, and I pray for speedy recovery. What else? There was something else there was something else that was on the agenda. Where's my notes? I got my notes. No More Cigars, the bacon, egg, and cheese story. I wanted to start the show with Cheeseburger in Paradise as a tribute to Meatloaf in Heaven. I think I covered everything. That's just about it. Kevin, what's going on for you this weekend?
Yes.
Besides football, big Rangers game tonight, if I'm not mistaken, right? Big game.
They're facing one of the best teams in the league, Carolina, and it should be a good matchup, so we'll see what happens. And, of course, we've got tough times with Lou Young tomorrow, but I think it'll be a good weekend.
Right. As a hockey enthusiast, and we only have a minute, can you explain what has happened to my Edmonton Oilers? I mean, they are on the most historic fall from grace in Edmonton Oiler history. Do you have an explanation? I mean, they have some of the best offensive power in the league. Is it the two? They have two of the worst goalies. They obviously no Andy Mogan, Grant Fuhr in the net right now for Edmonton. But do you have an explanation for their horrific destruction?
Two things. One is the goaltending has been horrendous and has been for years. And the second thing being that they don't really have a winger, a real sniper that could work with McDavid and Draisaitl. So they need more of a supporting cast for them.
Right. I mean, they got Gretzky and Curry. I mean, they need some more. All right. That being said, Clemaniacs, I wish you a great weekend. Monday, God willing, back at 3. That's when we start our advertising. Boom. We got everything up and running. The Clemeni van, the Fios. It looks like the show won't be kicked off. Potential advertisers can now listen. I don't have to worry about nothing happening. So it's all moving forward. All the love and adios, Clemigos. Woo!